Michael, it's so great to be with you here today. I would love to know, so you've been a long-term supporter of Peace One Day. Can you share with us why? What motivated you?
Well, Sophia, it's so great to be here again. I've been involved in Peace One Day for a decade nearly with Jeremy, and I got involved in it first because of his passion. His passion is absolutely contagious, as you know, and I saw how he brought together and inspired so many people, was able to bring together governments, bring together NGOs, bring together businesses. And for us at Trivium Packaging, for me, it's super important to be a part of an organization that's making a positive impact on society. So for us, sustainability and peace go hand in hand, and it's something I'm deeply passionate about. So that's why we stay involved.
And today is a big day. It's Peace Day. So what does that mean to you?
Well, Peace Day for me is very personal. I've got 5 children, so I'm really passionate about making sure that peace is here not only today but for future generations to come. So that's why it's so important for me. And if I think about Peace Day a little bit, it's kind of like the annual checkup. It's a day of reflection to see how you've been doing and where you need to focus, and actually make sure that it's not just one day, but every day of the year you're making a positive contribution and doing the right things to be healthy and be peaceful.
And we live in a crazy world, which I'm sure you experience with 5 kids. I know my parents feel that way. And so can you share with us, has there ever been a moment of pure peace and tranquility in your life?
Well, my peaceful place is actually just being up on the mountains in the wintertime skiing, when I can just breathe in that fresh air and just seeing nature around me. So it's a moment for me with deep reflection, and I just enjoy the nature. So that's very peaceful for me.
And can you explain to us, how are you inspiring and engaging your workforce and consumers around Peace Day?
Peace Day is obviously today, but the way we look at it, we need to have peace every single day. And the way that we inspire our employees is through our shared purpose, which is about making sure that we're shaping the future of packaging to ensure a better planet for everyone, not only today, but for future generations to come. Now, we do that so that we can make sure we're touching the hearts and minds of all of our employees, so that every day they show up and they're doing something greater than just making the packaging product. We also do that so that we make sure that we can ensure that the brands that we're representing are also focused on having sustainable packaging and eco-friendly packaging. So we want to make sure that we're inspiring our workforce, inspiring customers and brand owners to make action and take action every single day of the year.
And when we think about what you all have done, thinking more largely about the role of the corporate sector, what role do you think the corporate sector can play in relation to manifesting a more peaceful and sustainable world?
Well, let's face it, corporations have a ton of influence. They have the capital, they have span of control and reach. And if you look at multinationals in particular, they have employees in all parts of the world. So things that a local government or a government of a country, they may have a certain agenda, but a corporation that spans multiple areas can have tons of influence. Now, you look at most recently, some of the recent events in Russia, for example, you see companies like IBM, McDonald's, Starbucks pulling out, voting because that's the right thing to do. Even though they take a financial hit, they're doing what's right? So they pull out because they want more peace. Look at climate change. You have big corporations making bold statements on CO2 reductions. You see companies making big statements on, absolute plastic reductions, for example. These are things that one local government may or may not be able to do, but corporations can do it. So corporations have a huge influence, and they also have brands at stakes. These corporations, they want to be able to have a positive impact on the society that they operate in. And they ultimately want to have consumers that will help, support their brand. So they need to make sure that they're doing the right thing to contribute to a more peaceful society.
And as a corporation, can you continue to explain to us what are some of the benefits, what are some of the reasons that you decided to support Peace One Day?
Well, for us at Trivium, we were looking at this more holistically. I mean, first of all, there's strength in numbers, because Peace One Day can engage NGOs, can engage influential business leaders, can engage, artists out there. They touch a wide variety of constituencies that a typical business like Trivium doesn't naturally touch. And for us, it's important. We wanted to be a part of something really big to get our messaging out. We wanted to be a part of an organization that was making a positive impact. We wanted to be a part of an organization that was also in a movement that was ultimately going to do well for society. But it was also about our employees. We wanted to make sure that our employees feel like they're super engaged and passionate about what we're doing and that we're actually making a big difference on a world stage.
And what are some things that you're excited about, both in relation to Peace One Day or other social impact initiatives?
Well, for me, I'm most excited about sustainability. This touches my heart near and dear. I firmly believe that if you look at just the basics, let's look at, breathing fresh air, drinking clean water, and making sure that you have access to food that is healthy food and sustainable. These are basic, what I would call human rights, but they're also fundamental to peace. And if you don't have these basic, rights, if you will, these basic elements that are all about sustainability, if we don't have a sustainable planet, we only have one Earth, then we're not going to save humanity. So I say we do it for ourselves to save our future generations. And that's why I'm so excited to be a part of Peace One Day and so passionate about sustainability and peace.
Well, we are all about sustainability and peace. And like you were talking about, saving humanity. If there was one key message, a call to action that you would like to leave our audience with, what would it be as our final reflection?
Well, I would just tell the audience that, you can make a difference. This is about the little things that you do day in and day out. It's the little things like turning off the light bulbs when you leave the room. It's the little things about when you eat something, make sure that you recycle the package, put it in the right bin. It's the little things like, being kind to your neighbor, being kind to, someone you never know who might be having a bad day as well. They might be, you don't know what their full story is, and it's important to make sure that you are being peaceful. So take some time to reflect and make sure that your actions are one that are truly going to make this planet a better place because of the actions you're taking day in and day out.
And as people, as consumers, we have so much power in making sure we're holding corporations accountable as well as holding ourselves accountable, since ultimately this is about systemic action. So thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm excited to continue with our celebration of Peace Day.
Thank you.